Hey guys, this is my ticket mission run on DFFOO Global Act 3 Finale Part 1, which is Jack Garland's event. This run will be a 1-turn run, and the 1 turn comes from Jack Garland's PT mode, which unfortunately there's no way to get around that. Anyway, coming to the party, and the first turn here you'll notice that I have the Onion Knight LD call on Freya. That's really only just for turn manipulation so that I don't have to soft reset too many times. What I did is remove speed passives from both Lunafreya and Jack Garland, and I will have that in the video description as well on which passives I removed. This makes it extremely likely that Freya will start first, after which she just uses the Onion Knight LD call to bring their turns back so that Lunafreya can act after that, and Jack Garland acts after her. Use 2 AAs will allow Freya to leap into the air without increasing the turn count. If you don't mind soft resetting a little bit more, you can actually give Freya something like a Kurasame or maybe a Seymour LD call. But as you will see here, the debuff doesn't really matter too much because Jack Garland can kill off the bosses in one BT mode pretty comfortably. Lunafreya's role as always is here as a force case charger, as well as to apply quick and heavy prayer on Jack Garland himself. While she's doing this, the spears from Freya will help you to charge the summon gauge, and to end Lunafreya's turn without increasing the turn count, I decided to just pop the brother summon. If you're not too fast about turn count, what you can do instead is save brother summon and then enter Jack Garland's BT mode when there's 8 turns of force time remaining as opposed to 7. This allows you to exit BT mode with 1 turn of force time remaining, after which you can pop summon for huge damage at the end. Instead, what I decided to do is just to pop summon during Lunafreya's rotation to allow her to pass a turn without increasing the turn count, because as I've mentioned, you don't really need that extra damage. Jack Garland's BT mode does tremendous amounts of damage and will likely kill off the bosses even if they are above 90% health. I decided to pop summon the moment I hit 100% summon meter, and inside summon mode you can very comfortably finish off charging the force gauge. You want to actually hog the turns inside summon mode with Lunafreya, because if Jack Garland gets his turn too early, you can't BT plus inside summon mode. So ideally you want Jack Garland to get his turn right at the tail end of summon mode. Again, the only reason that I did this is to preserve the turn count at 0, and you can just actually end Lunafreya's turn here by using her EX without popping summon mode. The only difference is that it will be 1 turn higher overall. Coming to Jack Garland's turn, I'm not too familiar with Jack Garland's kit yet. I don't play the JP version of the game, so I am still fairly new here, and this may not be the best way to play him or the optimal rotation to play him. But anyway, what I did is go immediately into force time with Jack Garland, and to allow you to enter his BT mode with 7 turns of force time remaining, what I do is use the Seed Rain's LD call, followed by 1 LD, followed by BT plus. On hindsight, the Seed Rain's LD call may not be very optimal here. That's because when the bosses apply the HP shield on themselves with Snake Howl, they also negate 99% of your brave battery effects, which means that your knockback damage is somewhat reduced because you are unable to battery yourself after every launch. Freya would still be able to do damage because her brave is locked when she's in the air, so that doesn't really matter too much. But as you can see here, Lunafreya is greatly affected. Alternatively, if you want to do without knockbacks, you can also give Jack Garland the Preach LD call, and you can give Freya something like a Beatrix call to apply Max Brave up for Jack Garland. Max Brave makes a lot of difference for Jack Garland because his minus Brave damage from his Soul Burst Plus is scaling off his Max Brave stat, so the higher that stat, the more damage his follow-up attack actually does. And so framed buffs that increase his Max Brave actually makes a big difference overall. The rotation I did here in his PT mode is 3 S1s because I'm not sure whether S1 and S2 will be higher in damage. I don't think the difference is too big anyway, but then the last 3 turns in BT mode I did is LD, EX and Force Attack. My impressions on Jack Garland, I think he's pretty good, and definitely I think he's sort of top tier DPS, but he's probably in terms of damage potential on the same tier as the other top tier DPS such as Tifa or Rinoa or Sid Reigns. So if you already have them, by no means is Jack Garland a must pull. Having said that, I think he does work somewhat differently than the others anyway. And where Tifa is a single target DPS specialist and Rinoa is a multi-target DPS specialist, Jack Garland probably sits somewhere in between. He can function fairly well across both single target and multi-target fights. However, his damage potential is probably just slightly behind Tifa in single target fights and Rinoa in multi-target fights. His force conditionals though are pretty good because 2 of his 3 force conditionals doesn't require you to attack, one being that the enemy is in break state and the other is the enemy being in minus brave state. So this means that in his force time, even if you do a non-damaging attack, you will get at least plus 50%. Plus overall, Jack Garland himself is pretty cool as a character. He has the power of chaos, and hey, everybody likes chaos anyway. Anyway, that's it for this run. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!